o'clock. Section 5.4 is simplifying algebraic fractions. If you can do fractions, you can do this. This doesn't appear in the foundation course at all. It starts at grade B and stays there. There's nothing grade A in what I'm about to do. I'm going to take a selection from question 1 to question 4 and then maybe look at the assess as a separate video. Right, question 1. Simplify this little thing here. I've got, so let's go to black I think. I've got AB, well that means A times B, divided by 4 lots of A. Well look, what is A divided by A? Answer 1. So A goes into himself once, A goes into himself once, 1 divided by 1, 1. Final answer, I'm left with B over 4. And you don't have to show ones and ones, just cancel them out, that'll be fine. So that simplifies to B over 4. Let's just jump a couple. I've got the next one, which is 1E. It says 5YZs divided by Y bracket T minus 4, I believe. Yes. Now, I know it's got a bracket there. Don't rush ahead to multiply out, because look what we've got here. Y divided by Y has cancelled, because Y divided by Y is 1. What am I left with? I'm left with 5Zs upstairs as the numerator and T minus 4 downstairs as the denominator. You don't need a bracket around that. You can have it if you want to, if you feel safer, but it's correct. It's simplified. The Y's have disappeared. I think I'll do the last one because it looks more challenging. And the last one says, let's work down here in the sand. I've got here 10 plus 5b divided by b plus 2. Now let's look at it very carefully. You cannot do this. B, B. Doesn't work that way. If according to your rules of Bodmas, you've got to, or Bidmas, you've got to do the top first, and then do the bottom, and then divide. Trouble is, 10 plus 5b cannot be simplified, and b plus 2 cannot be simplified, but I can do this. You know about factorising? Take out the common factor of 10 and 5b is 5. So, what's left inside the bracket? Well, 5 times 2 makes 10. Got that one. And 5 times b makes 5b. So I've got that one. And that's all divided by b plus 2. Now look at this very, very carefully. 2 plus b is exactly the same as b plus 2. 2 plus 8 is exactly the same as 8 plus 2. What works for numbers works for letters. Don't forget that. Therefore, this bracket on the top and this bracket underneath are exactly the same. So let's show the examiner we know how to cancel. That goes with that. And what am I left with? I'm left with 5 divided by 1, otherwise known as 5. And that's the simplified version of that. Turn over the page. I think I'll start question 2A as a basic one. Okay, these are a little bit more serious, I'd say, but still rated at grade B. I've got A over 2 plus 3A over 8. Well, if you can do fractions, you can do this. Apply your knowledge of fractions. The common denominator of 2 and 8, the lowest common multiple of 2 and 8 is 8. So he's quite happy to stay as he is. So I'm going to call that one 3A over 8. This has got to go over 8 as well. And if I multiply the 2 by 4 to get 8, I multiply the A by 4. I get 4A's. Look at it. 4A over 8. Base is still half an A, isn't it? Look, half an A. Now I'm free to add. Let's have a common denominator. We've got 4A plus 3A is 7A, and that's it. I've simplified it. I've made it into one little fraction, and instead of the original 2, therefore I've done the job correctly. Let's do, oh I don't know, let's skip a couple. Let's just do E. E says this, E over 3 incidentally minus E over 9. Common denominator 3 and 9, 9. He's happy as he is. E over 9, put the minus back in. That must go over 9 as well. I'll obviously multiply 3 by 3 to get 9, so multiply the upstairs by 3 as well. So what do we got altogether? We have got something over 9, because they're both over 9. 3 E's take away a single E. I've got 2 E's, and that's it. I'm fully simplified, ready to rock and roll. I'll do the last one, put it over here, probably the most challenging one. I've got 4 Z's divided by 9 plus 5 Z's divided by 6. Now don't rush ahead and go 9 times 6 and mess it all up. The lowest common multiple of 9 and 6 is 18. So I need to get this out of 18 and I need to get the 6 out of 18. Well, 2 9s make 18, so multiply the top bit by 2 as well. 4 z's becomes 8 z's. 3 6's make 18, so multiply the top by 3 as well. I've got 15 z's. 3 5s are 15. Squish it all together, put it on this side now, get it all out of 18, and I've got 8 z's plus 15 z's. That gives me 23 lots of z, all divided by 18, and I can't simplify down the fraction 23 over 18, so I'm going to leave it like that. And that's the toughest one. Question 3 involves fractions involving 3 things to do. Alright, fine. Let's just do one, see if you're happy I can do it. Let's do the last one. 4m over 15 plus m over 6 take away 2m over 5. Well, straight away I can see that those common multiples are going to be 30, 2 15s, 5 6s, and 6 5s. So let's just convert it all out to 30. 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. Okay, 15 to 30, times it by 2, same upstairs. I now have 8 m's. 6 to 30 multiplied by 5, that's called 5 m's. Oh, that's a minus, isn't it? Check, 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 check. Well spotted me. That should be minus. Just correct it. Right. 5 times 6 makes 30, so I've got 2 times 6. I've got 12 m's. What have we got all together? We have got all this out of 30. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 take away 12 is a single m left. There it is, m over 30. And we don't need all that excessive use of division line, so that's going to go bye-byes, don't need it. Let's just turn over. I'm likely to find a more dodgy one over here. Right, this is question 4, and these have got a star by them. I've got to simplify these. Let's just do the first one as a warm-up. It looks quite horrific because underneath we have letters and numbers, but we have to employ the same techniques in order to make this correct. Now, to get this into one fraction, we need a common denominator. Well, let's take a look, shall we? The common denominator of 8x and 2x, well, that's going to be 8x, isn't it? So this one is completely happy to remain as he is. 3 over 8x plus something over 8x. Well, I multiplied that by 4, didn't I? 2x times 4 makes 8x. 1 times 4 is 4. Altogether, I've got a common denominator of 8x, so that's fair. 3 plus 4 is 7. I'm done with that one. Let's do the next one, question 5. See if it's horrific or not. 3 over 4y's take away 5 over 16 y's. Well, 4s and 16s, lowest common multiple, common denominator at 16, so he's happy, leave him alone. And right, 4y into 16y, let's upgrade it to 16y. We just multiplied it by 4, didn't we? And that's it. So multiply the upstairs by 4, 12. Right, so that is that. And I didn't need to write that bit there. I just connected the pen there. Right, put it over here then, stands out better. That's over 16 y's. 12 take away 5 is roughly, I'm not sure really, 7? 7, yeah. So I've got 7 over 16 y's. That fraction can't be simplified any further. I think I'll do the last one because it looks very dangerous. I've got 1 over x plus 4 over 2 minus x. Now this is not easy because I cannot multiply that x to make it into 2 minus x. However, I can multiply them together in order to get a common denominator. So let's try this out. So my common denominator is x multiplied by 2 minus x. Now if I multiply this by 2 minus x, I must multiply my 1 by 2 minus x. Well, 1 times 2 minus x is 2 minus x. Now if I multiplied by 2 minus x by x to get the denominator, I must multiply the upstairs by x as well. So essentially I went 2 minus x times 1 and x times 4. So I want to go plus 4x. Is that alright? Now I can squish the top bit. I'm going to get 2 plus 3x because minus x plus 4x is 3x. And underneath I've got x bracket 2 minus x. Can that be factorized? It can't. I can't do any more than that. That's as far as it goes. So I've now simplified that expression there involving fractions. This becomes that, and that's that. I think I'll stop there because I've done the hardest question in the section. I'll look at the assess to see if there's anything worthwhile, and we'll do another video. Alright, so I'll stop the clock now, and I'll see you later.